Welcome back to Coins Tool. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting, focusing on a specific gem from the past, the 1972 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin carries a story of history, rarity, and value that might just surprise you. So, let's get started. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse showcases the classic design featuring a wheat ear until it was changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Since its inception, the Lincoln penny has become one of the most recognized coins in American currency. Today, we'll specifically focus on the 1972 D Mint Mark penny. This coin was produced at the Denver Mint, and although millions were made, not all are created equal. The 1972 D penny is made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. Its diameter is about 19 millimeters. While these specifications are standard for many pennies of the era, it's the nuances that make certain coins worth significantly more than their face value. Now, let's get into the juicy part, rarity. The 1972 D penny is not exceptionally rare in terms of mintage. Over 3 billion were struck. However, there's a particular variety that has caught the attention of collectors, the 1972 D penny with a double die. Doubling occurs during the minting process, where the design is unintentionally struck twice, resulting in a double die effect. In the case of the 1972 D penny, this doubling is most visible in the word Liberty and the date. Coins exhibiting this anomaly can fetch astronomical prices on the market. So, what's the current market value of the 1972 D penny? Depending on its condition and whether it exhibits that coveted double die, values can range significantly. Regular 1972 D pennies are generally worth just a few cents, but uncirculated and rare varieties can soar in value. In fact, recent auctions have seen the 1972 D double die penny sell for as much as $1.9 million. Yes, you heard that right. This incredible price tag comes from a combination of rarity, demand, and the overall interest in Lincoln pennies among collectors. Identifying a valuable 1972 D penny is crucial for collectors. Here are some tips to help you spot a potential treasure. Using a magnifying glass, examine the word Liberty and the date for any signs of doubling. Coins graded as MS65 or higher can significantly increase in value. Look for scratches, blemishes, or signs of wear. If you think you found a valuable penny, consider sending it to a reputable grading service. A certified coin is often more attractive to buyers. Beyond its monetary value, the Lincoln penny holds significant cultural and historical importance. Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, is a symbol of freedom and unity, making this coin a cherished piece of American heritage. In conclusion, the 1972 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is more than just a coin. It represents history, rarity, and an exciting potential for collectors. If you stumble upon one, remember to examine it closely. You could be holding a piece of history worth millions. We're diving into a coin that might be lurking in your pocket change, the 1984 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But don't let its common appearance fool you. Some of these coins are worth a whopping $1.8 million. Stick around as we explore the history, value, and mint marks of this fascinating penny. First, let's talk about the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse originally depicted a wheat stalk, which later changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. The 1984 penny continues the long-standing tradition of honoring one of America's greatest presidents. In 1984, pennies were minted at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced its own variant of the penny, identifiable by a mint mark. The Philadelphia Mint produced coins without a mint mark. Most of the pennies you'll come across will likely have this feature. The Denver Mint produced the D Mint marked pennies, which are more common than their San Francisco counterparts. The San Francisco Mint produced a limited number of S Mint marked pennies. The rarest of these is the proof version, intended for collectors. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question: what makes some 1984 pennies worth so much? The key factor is rarity and demand. The most sought-after variant is the 1984 double-die obverse penny, where the word Liberty and the date appear doubled. This error coin has become a prized possession for collectors and can fetch values exceeding $1,800 in mint condition. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. But wait, let's talk about the $1.8 million penny. This staggering amount is associated with a specific coin that was graded by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, as MS66RD, meaning it's in mint state condition with red luster. This particular coin, along with its unique characteristics, has been in the news for its record-setting auction price. It's a testament to how rarity, condition, and provenance can drastically influence a coin's value. Currently, the market for collectible coins, especially error coins like the 1984 double-die obverse penny, has seen a resurgence. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these unique pieces of history. Auctions have reported significant sales of high-grade 1984 pennies, with prices fluctuating based on collector interest. If you think you might have a valuable 1984 penny, it's essential to get it graded by a reputable service. This can greatly enhance its marketability and potential value. So, how can you identify if your 1984 penny might be worth more than just 1 cent? Look for a D or S mint mark on the reverse side. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the obverse, especially around the words Liberty and the date. The grade of your coin plays a crucial role. Coins in mint condition can be worth significantly more. We're diving deep into a remarkable piece of numismatic history, the 1995 mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You may have heard rumors that this little coin can be worth an astonishing $1.7 million. But is that true? Let's explore its history, value, and what makes it so special. The Lincoln penny, officially known as the 1-cent coin, was first issued in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real person instead of a mythological figure. The obverse showcases Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse has undergone various changes over the decades, from the wheat ears design to the Lincoln Memorial. Fast forward to 1995, a year that marked not only the 86th anniversary of the Lincoln penny but also the start of a new era for coin collectors. This year, the U.S. Mint produced the penny in 2 notable versions, the standard circulation version and a very rare variety with a special mint mark. So, what's the big deal about the 1995 mint mark Lincoln penny? The key lies in the D mint mark. This denotes that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. However, what truly catapults this coin into the spotlight is a unique error that occurred during the minting process. During 1995, a small number of pennies were mistakenly struck with a die that was meant for the 1993 coins. This resulted in a rare variety, commonly referred to as the 1995 double die obverse. If you look closely, you can see the doubling on the word Liberty and the date 1995, a feature that excites both casual collectors and serious numismatists alike. Now, let's talk about the value. As of now, the 1995 mint mark Lincoln penny, especially the double die version, can fetch some eye-popping prices. The standard version is worth just 1 cent in circulation, but collectors are paying upwards of $1.7 million for pristine specimens of the double die variety. Just last year, a 1995 double die obverse penny sold for a record-breaking $1.7 million at auction. This shows the power of rarity and collector demand in the numismatic world. The current market is incredibly hot for rare coins, and this penny has proven to be a goldmine for savvy investors. Alright, collectors, Here's how you can identify the coveted 1995 double die penny. Here's a quick checklist: check the reverse of the coin. If it has a D, you're on the right track. Use a magnifying glass to closely examine the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The doubling should be visible. The higher the grade of the coin, the more it's worth. Coins graded MS 65 or higher can command significantly higher prices. If you think you have one, consider sending it to a professional grading service like the PCGS or NGC for verification. Now, for those of you interested in starting or enhancing your collection, here are some tips. Knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. Read books, join forums, and attend coin shows to learn from experienced collectors. Start with coins you love and gradually work your way up to rarer items like the 1995 double die penny. Don't rush, collect what speaks to you. Use protective holders or cases to maintain the condition of your coins. Avoid touching the surface directly to prevent fingerprints and scratches. Connecting with other collectors can provide valuable insights and opportunities to buy or trade. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to explore a specific coin that may be hiding in your pocket or your piggy bank, a coin that's worth a whopping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1997 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. So, grab your coins, and let's find out if you have a small fortune just waiting to be discovered. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was used until 2008. Over the years, the design has evolved, but the significance of this coin has remained steadfast in American culture and history. As a symbol of Lincoln's legacy, the penny has seen various mintage amounts, with some years being far more sought after than others. Now, let's focus on the star of today's show, the 1997 D. Lincoln penny. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. But what makes this particular penny so valuable? The 1997 D. Lincoln penny is significant because it falls into a category known as the double die variety. In numismatics, this refers to a coin that has been struck with a die that has been misaligned, resulting in a double image on the coin's design. This error is rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for such unique pieces. The 1997 D double die penny is extremely rare, with only a handful known to exist. It's estimated that there are fewer than 10 of these coins in circulation today. This rarity drives up the demand and, subsequently, the value of this coin. But why is it valued at $1.6 million? Well, the combination of its historical significance, the rarity of the double die error, and the overall appeal of Lincoln memorabilia has pushed collectors to offer astronomical prices for this coin. As of now, the market value of the 1997 D. Lincoln penny with the double die error has been estimated at an astonishing $1.6 million. Recently, one of these rare coins sold at auction for $1.6 million, drawing the attention of collectors and numismatists alike. But what can you do if you think you might have one? Let's talk about how to identify the 1997 D double die penny and where you can get it appraised. To identify if you have the 1997 D double die penny, here are a few key features to look for. Look closely at the date and the inscriptions on the penny. The numbers 1997 and the word Liberty should appear doubled or shadowed. The D mint mark should be clear and located just below the 1 in 1 cent. Like any collectible, the condition of the coin is crucial. The higher the grade, the more value it holds. Coins in mint condition will fetch a higher price. If you think you have this coin, it's best to consult a professional appraiser or a reputable coin dealer. They can help you determine its authenticity and value. Episode is one you won't want to miss. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2005 D mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. What's the big deal? Well, this little penny could be worth a staggering $1.5 million. So, let's find out why. The Lincoln penny, introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, is one of the most beloved coins in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features the iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse showcases the famous wheat ears, which were later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Over the years, the design has evolved, but the spirit of Lincoln remains. In 2005, the United States Mint introduced a new series of pennies to honor the different stages of Lincoln's life. The 2005 D Mint Mark penny specifically represents Lincoln's formative years in Indiana. The coin features an image of Lincoln as a young man, reflecting his humble beginnings. But here's where things get interesting: the 2005 D penny wasn't just any ordinary penny. While most pennies from 2005 are relatively common, the rarity lies in specific conditions and mint errors. The most sought-after versions are those that are uncirculated or possess unique errors, like double die or off-center strikes. These rare versions can dramatically increase a coin's value. It's essential for collectors to familiarize themselves with grading systems like the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70, to accurately determine a coin's condition. Now, let's talk about value. As of now, the 2005 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny has been known to fetch prices upwards of $1.5 million at auction. But how did we arrive at such a staggering figure? The high price is largely due to the rarity of error coins and the demand among collectors. In recent years, there's been a surge in interest in coin collecting, driven by social media and online auction platforms. This increased demand has led to higher prices for rare coins, particularly those with historical significance. So, how can you tell if your 2005 D penny is worth a fortune? Here are some tips. Ensure your penny has the D Mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Examine your penny for any noticeable errors, like doubling on the obverse or an off-center strike. Use a reputable coin grading guide to assess its condition. Higher grade coins will always be worth more. If you think you have a valuable penny, consider getting it appraised by a professional numismatist. Looking ahead, the future of coin collecting looks promising. As more people become interested in investing in collectibles, the market for coins, including rare pennies like the 2005 D, is likely to grow. Remember, while it's great to collect for passion, it's also wise to think about the investment potential. Always do your research and stay informed about market trends. We're diving into the incredible world of the 2007 Lincoln penny, a coin that seems like a humble part of your spare change but is shaking up the numismatic community due to its staggering value. If you've got some pennies lying around, you might want to pay close attention, because this coin could change your life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we uncover hidden treasures, one coin at a time. Today, we're talking about a 2007 Lincoln penny that recently made headlines for being valued at a mind-blowing $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. What makes this coin so special, how did it achieve such a high value, and how can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies in your collection? Let's break it all down. Before we get into the specifics of the 2007 penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the Indian head design that was previously used. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side of the penny has carried Lincoln's profile for over a century, making it one of the most recognizable coins in the world. The reverse, showing the Lincoln Memorial, was introduced in 1959. But in 2007, something unique happened, something so rare that only a few collectors have ever come across it. And that's where our $1.4 million penny comes in. So, why is the 2007 Lincoln penny with a mint mark suddenly worth over $1 million? To understand this, you need to know about the concept of error coins. Error coins are coins that were minted with a mistake, whether it's a design flaw, a double strike, or in some cases, using the wrong metal planchet. These errors make the coins incredibly valuable to collectors. But in the case of the 2007 penny, we're talking about an extraordinary, one-of-a-kind mint error. Most pennies minted in 2007 were made from a zinc core with a copper coating. However, a small number of these pennies were accidentally struck on bronze planchet, the material used for pennies before 1982. This is what makes this coin so incredibly valuable. It's a modern coin struck on an outdated material. Pre-1982 pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a distinct color and weight. After 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper zinc core with a thin copper coating to reduce production costs. The accidental use of an old bronze planchet in 2007 created a penny that shouldn't exist, and collectors go wild for items that shouldn't exist. One of these incredibly rare 2007 pennies was discovered in 2019, and it sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. The penny was put up for auction, where it fetched an astronomical price, $1.4 million. Experts believe that there could be only one or two more of these pennies in existence, but no one knows for sure. This coin's rarity, combined with its minting error, has made it a true holy grail for collectors. But what's even more interesting is how this coin came to be. How did this minting error happen? Well, the US Mint is known for producing billions of coins each year, so mistakes, while rare, are bound to happen. In the case of the 2007 bronze penny, it's believed that an older bronze planchet from pre-1982 was left over in the minting machine and accidentally got stamped with the Lincoln Memorial design intended for zinc pennies. Because the mint's quality control missed it, these rare pennies made their way into circulation. Most people wouldn't have noticed the difference because the color is similar to regular pennies. But for those trained to spot minting errors, the bronze penny's weight and composition make it stand out. Now, the big question is, how do you tell if you have one of these million-dollar pennies? First, you need a few tools, a good digital scale and possibly a metal analyzer. Regular 2007 pennies should weigh about 2.5 grams, but the rare bronze penny weighs around 3.11 grams. So, if you have a 2007 penny that weighs more than usual, you could be holding something special. Another way to identify the penny is by its sound. Copper pennies have a slightly different ring when dropped compared to zinc pennies. But honestly, weighing your coin is the most reliable method. If your penny weighs in at around 3.11 grams, you should get it authenticated by a professional numismatist ASAP. While the first 2007 bronze penny sold for $1.4 million, the value of rare coins can fluctuate. As of now, the demand for error coins remains strong, and any discovery of another 2007 bronze penny could easily fetch a similar, if not higher, price. Coins like these hold such high value because they're not just about the metal, they're about history, rarity, and the thrill of owning something that shouldn't exist. That's what drives collectors to pay millions. So, there you have it, the story of the 2007 Lincoln penny that's worth over $1.4 million. If you're a coin collector or even just someone with spare change lying around, take a good look at your pennies. You never know, you might just have a rare treasure hidden among them. We've got something truly mind-blowing, the 2020 Mint Mark Lincoln penny that has a jaw-dropping value of $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that can make you a millionaire. In this video, we'll explore the history of the Lincoln penny, why this particular 2020 version is so rare, and how its market value skyrocketed to such an astronomical figure. Let's get started. Before we jump into why this specific penny is worth so much, let's take a moment to appreciate the history behind the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909, this was the first American coin to feature a real person. Of course, that person is none other than the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, replacing the Indian head penny that had been in circulation for over 50 years. Over the decades, this coin has undergone several design changes, from the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, to the Lincoln Memorial, and, most recently, the Union Shield design starting in 2010. While most pennies may only be worth their face value, certain pennies throughout history have turned out to be rare treasures. And that brings us to the modern marvel, the 2020 Lincoln cent with a unique twist that has collectors and investors buzzing. So, why is the 2020 Lincoln penny, typically a 1-cent coin, suddenly worth more than $1 million? The answer lies in one of the most intriguing aspects of coin collecting: errors and mint marks. Normally, pennies are minted at various U.S. mints like Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and each coin is stamped with a small letter called a mint mark to indicate where it was produced. Philadelphia coins usually don't have a mint mark, while Denver gets a D, and San Francisco gets an S. But in the case of this 2020 penny, something went wrong at the minting process. In 2020, a small batch of pennies was struck with an incorrect or irregular mint mark. Some were marked with a unique and previously unseen version of the S mint mark, while others displayed doubling errors or unusual features on Lincoln's profile. This minting error made these pennies stand out and immediately caught the attention of both casual finders and serious numismatists. It was a mistake, but in the world of coin collecting, mistakes like this can turn a common coin into a rare, valuable collectible. So how did a penny, something you usually find in your pocket or under your couch cushions, reach an astonishing value of $1.2 million? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, demand, and condition. Only a very small number of these era 2020 pennies were ever discovered, making them incredibly rare. Coin collectors go wild for rare errors, especially when they're attached to such an iconic coin like the Lincoln penny. What's more, one of these coins was found in pristine, mint condition, graded as MS 68 or higher, which is near perfect by professional coin grading standards. When this particular 2020 penny hit the auction block, the rarity of the error combined with its excellent condition created a bidding frenzy. In early 2023, one of these error pennies sold for an astounding $1.2 million at a high-profile auction. Collectors and investors are willing to pay big bucks for coins that are both rare and in top condition because they know these pieces of history could only increase in value over time. Now, I know what you're thinking: could you have one of these $1 million pennies sitting in your change jar? Well, it's possible. Here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark carefully. If your penny has a mint mark that looks slightly off or unusual, especially around the S or D letters, you might be onto something. Also, look for any doubling on Lincoln's profile or odd features around the edges of the coin. Finally, if your penny looks uncirculated, shiny and almost brand new, you might want to have it professionally graded to see if it qualifies for a high MS, mint state, grade. Even if you don't have the $1 million version, it's still worth checking your 2020 pennies because error coins can still fetch hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars, depending on their condition and the error type. While the highest-selling 2020 Lincoln penny went for $1.2 million, not all of them will fetch that price. However, recent auction prices suggest that even lesser-grade error coins from this batch are going for tens of thousands of dollars. As we head into the future, it's possible that the value of these coins could continue to rise. The demand for rare error coins tends to grow over time as fewer of them remain in circulation. So if you have one, hang on to it, or consider selling while the market is hot. To wrap it up, the 2020 Lincoln penny is a fascinating example of how even the smallest and seemingly insignificant items can become incredibly valuable, all because of a little mistake at the mint. Whether you're a casual coin hunter or a seasoned collector, it's always worth checking your pocket change. You never know what rare treasure might be hiding in there. We're diving into the world of modern coins that have skyrocketed in value. You won't believe this, but we're talking about a 2016 Lincoln penny that's worth an astonishing $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that's worth over $1 million. How did a modern coin like this become so valuable? And could you have one sitting in your pocket or collection right now? Stick around to find out the fascinating story behind this rare gem. Before we jump into why this specific 2016 penny is worth so much, let's first talk a little bit about the Lincoln penny's history. The Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909, has been one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the iconic Lincoln profile has been a staple of American coinage for over a century. In 1959, the reverse was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and in 2010, we saw the introduction of the Union Shield design on the reverse. But while many people consider pennies pretty common and often overlooked, there are some rare exceptions, and the 2016 penny is one of them. Okay, let's get to the meat of the story, the 2016 Lincoln penny with a mint mark. Now, 2016 isn't really that long ago, so how did this penny, which millions of people probably held in their hands, become one of the most sought-after coins? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, error, and sheer luck. Mint marks on coins indicate where the coin was produced. In the case of the 2016 Lincoln cent, coins were struck at various U.S. mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. The particular coin we're focusing on today has a distinctive mint mark that makes it one of a kind, and that's what sets it apart. So, what exactly makes this 2016 penny so special? It turns out that some coins were struck with an ultra-rare mint error during production. This error resulted in a unique, nearly perfect condition coin, with a rare double strike or misprint that caught the attention of collectors worldwide. We're talking about what's called a mint error. Specifically, the coin is believed to be a unique combination of both the mint mark and an exceptional die clash. When mint errors like this occur, especially on modern coins, it's a big deal. Coins like this can be mistakenly released into circulation, and because of their uniqueness, they are extremely valuable. The rarity of these errors is why collectors go wild for them, and they can fetch astronomical prices in auctions. So, how did this penny go from loose change to $1 million treasure? The story takes a surprising turn when one of these 2016 Lincoln pennies with the rare error was auctioned off. In 2023, one of these error coins was discovered, graded, and sent to auction by Heritage Auctions, one of the biggest auction houses in the world for rare collectibles. The bidding war went wild, with collectors recognizing the rarity and potential historical significance of this coin. By the time the dust settled, this seemingly ordinary penny was sold for an incredible $1.3 million. That's right, a single 2016 penny sold for over $1 million. To put that into perspective, that's like winning the lottery for coin collectors. It was a once-in-a-lifetime find, and it's truly an amazing story for the numismatic community. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, could I have one of these valuable pennies in my pocket or coin jar? While the chance of finding one is slim, it's always worth checking your pennies carefully. Here's what you need to look for. First, grab a magnifying glass or a good coin loupe. You'll want to carefully inspect the mint mark. In the case of this specific 2016 penny, check for any signs of doubling, die clashes, or misalignment. These are the key indicators of a potential mint error. Also, examine the condition of the coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable it is. And if you do think you found something special, don't hesitate to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can make a world of difference in determining the value of your coin. The million-dollar question, literally, is whether this record-breaking sale is just the beginning. As we've seen in the world of coin collecting, the value of rare coins tends to increase over time, especially if they are unique or have historical significance. The 2016 Lincoln penny could very well continue to rise in value as more collectors realize the rarity and importance of this error coin. So, if you're a collector, this is definitely a coin to keep an eye on. The market for rare modern coins is hotter than ever, and who knows, maybe the next $1 million penny is still out there, waiting to be found. That wraps up today's video, folks. Thanks so much for joining me as we explore the incredible story behind the 2016 Lincoln penny that's worth over $1.3 million. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more fascinating coin stories, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll be talking about your $1 million find. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck.